Hello, welcome to another Nusic Future Session filmed here live at the Notts TV studios, doing our best to showcase another amazing up-and-coming talent. This week, one of Jackie P from Kemet FM's favourite Nottingham artists. Please give it up for RAPHAEL Blake and friends.
You should know that I missed you. You should know that I care. After all that we've been through, you and I made it here. You should know that I missed you. You should know that I care. After all that we've been through, you and I made it here.
Sorry I'm late, but I arrive with a confession to make. See, for the past 5 years, I've been scribbling my soul into the folds of your screwed up page. Yes, I've been trying to write away, but it's like my voice had been erased and I was trapped between a heartless rubber and a love that made the stains. Poetry. They say guys from South East don't belong with works of art in your league. Apparently you're full of technique that will make me go boss-eyed when you uncross them thighs. Though at one point you were the spiral graph at the epicenter of my life, until I got busted when you caught me doodling cartoons on the side. And I remember we would argue every day, cause I never noticed your structured physique, even though you would structure voluptuous similes right in front of my face. And then the movement you made showed me together we can ride this wave, that you have a sea of blessings where all of my wounds can bathe, and I won't go thirsty cause you will always be my ocean spray. You were the first one to tell me that a target without a deadline is easy to delay, and that 1 year from now I will wish that I had started today. So it wasn't my intention for the skull of your syllables to then hit the wall. You didn't have to send our metaphors with guard dogs to come banging off my door, cause you know our love is intense. If not, it's not domestic. I didn't mean to use that much force, but you persisted to poke your tongue and taunt when you already know that our dormant verse is the one thing that haunts. Look, I lashed out only cause I couldn't bear the thought of seeing a day 20 years away where you and I still don't even talk. So no, poetry, I missed you. And without you, I've been through it all. I found myself standing at the edge of a wall, and I thought I might find victory at the end of my fall. And then you told me there's no way to win this war if it hasn't been fought. You saw the bow and arrow being pulled, and you lifted up screens so that I could defend and perform. But I saw false evidence appearing real and chose to ignore, because we become blinded by the things that fear can distort. So I didn't mean to pause while swimming through your intercourse. I have been trying to write away, firing blank notepads and losing everything I've ever had. That's what forced me to reverse my aim, but I finally managed to squirt a cell of wriggling freedom into your empty page. And hey, hello, look, I found a new lease of life between the lines of your navel and where your cervix incubates. So I advise that you find your tissues and keep them safe. Oh, and protect your sofas too, because we will keep on making stains. Poetry, I am sorry for being late, but we will never stop speaking. Now my voice has been conceived again. We will never stop speaking. Just know that I missed you. I missed you.
You should know that I missed you. You should know that I care. After all that we've been through, you and I made it here. You should know that I missed you. You should know that I care. After all that we've been through, you and I made it here.
What's my story? It's a good question. Gosh, poetry has been something that kind of found me from, you know, the early ages. But the first time I guess I created something that was meant for the stage was about 16 at theatre. It was actually a summer school.
Summer school.
Yeah, so imagine like I'm figuring out 16 years old, just left school. So what do I do for the summer? On this I guess, this summer school. There was like DJing, there was, you know, interesting stuff. And then there was like spoken word. Now, if we go back like, what, 8 years ago now, you know, and you think of spoken word and what you're doing for the summer, oh, I'm doing a spoken word workshop and I'm 16, you know, like.
Not many 16-year-olds saying that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, none of my friends thought I was cool, like, signing up to that. But, you know, I think it gave a new dynamic and meaning to like all of this personal writing I was doing.
So when did you come to Nottingham?
Oh, I've been here for a good 4 years now. Nottingham's always been a home away from home. Like, I'm one of 18 great-grandchildren down here. My great-grandma's up here, my grandma's here. So every summer for my whole life, this has always been my home for like a 6-week holiday. Yeah. You know, always. And so when I was like, I need a bit of an escape, I need to get away, it was just the only place to come. So that's kind of where my roots are based when it comes to here. You know, like there's a close-knit community. Even, I guess, the backstory to how I probably even ended up here, I have to give a big thank you to like Kemet FM, Jackie and Master G. Yeah, Jackie P. Yeah, like they have been spinning my stuff before. Like Jackie was asking me for tracks before I even had any. You know?
She was that on it.
Yeah,
she wanted the track before you knew you had it.
No, literally, she was. So as soon as I got some stuff, I was like, yo, Jackie, man, I got some stuff. And she was like, yeah, come on the station. And this was like, you know, more than a year ago now.
So how did you get hooked up with Jackie?
Malvi Poets were doing some promotion. Yeah, I used to write with Malvi Poets. That's kind of, you know, they were fundamental in helping me re-find, you know, my creative spark again.
Let's talk about today's performance. It's so intrinsic to our normal chat that we have with artists about their songwriting process and how songs evolve.
Dead Curly is an interesting story, and it comes from the idea that the mixtape called The Undergrad is really a metaphor for a journey that I went on. So obviously anyone that's been to university knows that, you know, you've got first year, second year, final year, but each year for me has a theme. So the first year is the theme of ambition, second year reality, final year sacrifice. This track called Dead Curly is taken from the third year, the year of sacrifice. You made me pull passion from the kinks in your hair, run whispers through the ringlets of a life that we could share, and run fingers that still linger with your Nivea incense along the entire distance of me wishing that you was near. Even your shampoo has my heart conditioned, cause the line of kisses that you'd position below my ear has me recognize your love in an instant whenever your fragrance fills the air. Now images of us and kids swing from any follicle draped in herbal essences. I'm here just trying to untangle time, twisting the pigtails of where your presence lives. And I assumed that at the end of these splitted tips was going to be or not to be where the answer is, but all I found was a knot in the middle of our plaited, pampered and jagged differences. You see, you're the one that embraced me into the woolen warmth of your nest, and with no cautions tucked me under your hem. But I should have saw then that you could just tie any heart to your friend. But I was frayed and seamless at the bottom where I spun cotton over all of my problems, and then I wove them goodbye, because you swore on your life that you would be my cushions. Now maggots grow from them like food gone rotten, but you see resentment can only breed on a fabric that love once had a spot on. So make your bed carefully, cause I remember it started out us pillow fighting cheerfully, me braiding your hair scarily, whispering forever sparingly, and we would bust joke and barely sleep. You know, six-pack cackling and could barely breathe. And then you couldn't. Look, I know they say perfection is made by practice, but now is not the time to be playing actress. Cause I thought you were tight,
maybe even soul tied, but you let go of the ribbons you say kept you imprisoned in a box for present conditions, with bereavement in your chest and all of the distress trapped between four corners of phlegm. That coughing I now recollect could have meant that you were struggling to let the absence of your dad decongest. And I know you always wanted to join him in heaven's sea, so they tried to say it happened inherently, but truly, you were supposed to grow grey hair with me. So right there, the claws of my distress tore open my flesh, gutting the breakfast from my intestines, seeing you rested in a hospital bed. And with the surgical tape of my fry, I am still dying to stick back the pieces of my puzzled memory, to collect every sensory of what you had and had not been telling me in the months that led to this night. And now the question that spirals around this lasso: if there was so much life left inside of the loop, why did you close it? See, we were set for starlights, ones reflected by oceans. So I sunk to the depths of solace, with every tablet that made us descend and progressed down the banks of your neck and swept you over the edge of that bottomless dosage. See, now it's just me, floating through seas, with this locket of your curly hair that waves at me, gently buried deep in these reefs, where undercurrents turn these lace pillows in replace of your cheeks. See, we used to joke that your hair was dead curly, but now you're dead curly.
The amazing RAPHAEL Blake, everybody. If you want to know more about Mr. Blake, check out the online location appearing on your screen right about now. We are back in a fortnight's time with Rogues. We end, as always, on a spreading the love note. First, you get involved. Check out our YouTube channel, Feel the Music. Secondly, keep your eyes and ears peeled for these tracks in full on a forthcoming Noise Floor on Nots TV Freeview Channel 8, hopefully. And finally, our artists, please, your three favourite Nottinghamshire artists that we should all check out.
Moze, who is actually a producer, studies at Confetti. Georgia Copeland, and Kamar, who's a local MC, currently got some stuff out with J Gold.